All of you in the media, may kukumpara lang ako sa inyo, ha? Ito, but I will not show it to you because wala pang permission from our client. Ito yung complaint na isinampa laban kay Governor Espino. Wala pang 10 pages eh. 4 pages lang eh. Affidavit lang. Ito, yung sinampa laban kay Mr. Braganza. Alright? Documented with pictures, documents, vouchers, budgets, accomplishment reports, COA reports. Obviously, ito, heavyweight. Ha? Ito, pinweight. Paperweight to, paperweight. Bali, wala. Pag nag-file ang isang tao ng complaint sa ombudsman, hindi ho direct filing yung complaint niyan diretso sa Sandigan Bayan. Dumadaan po yan sa ombudsman for preliminary investigation and investigation of the administrative aspect. Para sabihin nila na walang isinampang plunder sa kanila, tingin ko, they have completely failed to read the essence of this complaint against them. Maliwanag po ang kaso. And as you have seen here, our complaint is backed up by so thick an evidence. By the way, it's also based on Commission on Audit reports. At ito yung mga COA reports. Ito po, yung mga COA reports of all the violations committed by the respondents. Hindi ho nila pwedeng sabihin na walang kasong isinampa laban sa kanila. Sa tingin ko, baka sa sobrang lito nung respondent, nakalimutan niyang basahin, uy, sabit pala ako dito. Alam mo kasi, ang mga tao, kuminsan, how do they respond to a problem? Sometimes they go into a state of denial. Wala namang kaso eh. Pero maliwanag, napakabigat na mga kaso laban sa respondent. So, I would like to thank Attorney Boy for the very fluent and eloquent enumeration. Pero alam niyo, hindi mo matatapos itong buong araw if we will discuss point by point lahat ng mga kinuha namin. By the way, we are asking the Ombudsman to also gather additional evidence. Kasi ayaw naman po namin ipitin yung ibang mga respondents kung hindi naman po malinaw ang kaso laban sa kanila. Kasi ngayon, sa sitwasyon na ito, ayaw po nilang magbigay ng official record sa Alaminos. So, how do we proceed? The only way is the Ombudsman can require them to produce these documents and then the Ombudsman can file the case. Pero, what we in our hands is enough. Meron na hong probable cause ito. Enough prima facie evidence to start a criminal and administrative investigation against Mr. Braganza with all due respect. With all due respect. So, yung sinasabi po niyang walang plunder case na isinampa, wishful thinking po yun. It's probably a result of denial. A state of denial. So, maliwanag ha? Ito kakapal. Yung complaint na isinampa laban sa kanila. And in due time, makakatanggap po sila ng subpoena. Para sabihin niya ngayon na walang plunder case na isinampa sa kanya, well, wala pa sa Sandigan. Wala pa. Pero, malapit na. Malapit na. Siguro, pag natanggap niya na yung subpoena at nagkaroon ng preliminary investigation at napatunayan at he cannot explain all of these allegations against him, sasampahan siya ng kaso. Of course, sasabihin niya, hindi pa naman ako naikukulong. Totoo. Pero may kaso na siya. Ngayon, kung naikulong na siya, sasabihin naman niya, tika muna, hindi pa final judgment yan. Natural, mag-a-appeal pa ng Supreme Court. In any event, you have seen the anomalies and irregularities committed by the respondent. Simple lang yan eh. Napakalaking pera ang natanggap mo. Wala kang na-accomplish. Anong tawag mo dun? Di ba't malversation ang tawag mo dun? Because the presumption is, pagka ikaw tumanggap ng malaking pera, government official ka, may proyekto ka kuno, at wala kang natapos, ang presumption ng batas, prima facie, ginamit mo yung perang yon for personal use. Alright? Now, with all due respect, meron tayong presumption sa batas na every man is presumed innocent. And we will give him that presumption. Pero sagutin niya. I challenge him to answer all of these charges, point by point. Wag siya, do not hide behind generalizations. Huwag ka magtago behind accusations na, political lang yan, bumabawi lang, etc., etc. Pero malinaw ito eh. And then answer the following questions. Bakit? Lahat ng kontrata, halos lahat kuha ng RRN Cabo. At ano ba relasyon mo sa RRN Cabo? Totoo bang brother-in-law mo ang architect niyan? Bakit yung RRN Cabo, despite the fact na puro delayed ang mga projects, hindi na blacklist, hindi na forfeit ang kanilang performance bond? Bakit? It's a big question. As to the aspirations na meron kang makakapag-landing ang 747, meron ang airport pero ang gumagamit ibon at saka tutubi. So, to our friends in the media, please, listen to the side of reason. Maliwanag ang charges laban sa kanya. And he has to explain this point by point. Kagaya ng technical malversation, yung pera para pambili ng lupa sa airport, i-divert, pinambili ng heavy equipment para sa city. Tapos, yung heavy equipment na yun, ibinigay sa RRN Cabo. Pinahiram hanggang nalaspag. So yung RRN Cabo, wala namang heavy equipment. Ang ginawa niya, kumuha sa city. Ginamit niya public property hanggang nalaspag yung heavy equipment na yan. So, alam mo, doble-doble ang kasalanan yan eh. Hindi lang yun, ha? Up to now, wala pang inventaryo. Yung equipment ng City Hall, amounting to 400 million. Bakit mo ayaw inventaryohin? Natural. Kasi pagka in-inventaryo mo at wala